Hello foxy people, how are we all doing today? Welcome back to the channel, and I had so much fun doing the am I the asshole, butthole correction. I had so much fun doing the AITA stories that I decided I'm going to try doing a little bit more, and I started playing around. My theme, I love foxes, so am I the foxhole? I thought that's a nice little play on words there to actually have a bit of fun with. So how about we get started on something like that? And how are we all doing this evening? Are you guys doing all right? Do you like this stuff? Make sure you come along and have a chat, you know, even pop in, say hi. Really appreciate hearing from all you people. Alright, on that note, let's get started. Am I the foxhole for not wanting to wear a sweater at my friend's wedding? Right, that's a bit weird with that one. I don't know how to really go with that one. Are you supposed to be wearing a sweater for your friend's wedding, or they told you to cover up? It is very hard to even get anywhere with that one without any extra context to it, so I guess I will have to continue on with this. My 22 female friend and 22 female friend is female. Both female. Oh wow, I'll start that one all over again. My 22 female friend, 22 female, they're both 22 female, is getting married to in a year or two during the summer, and I'm her maid of honor. I was recently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Hey, I'm type 1, so I totally get that stuff. Totally, you know, it can get in the way of life and can really stuff up being able to do anything if it's not under control. Anyway, and wear a small sensor on my arm to monitor my blood sugar, Dexcom G7. Hey, I know all about that stuff. I was quite a big fan of the Dexcom G6. Then it stopped working with my phone. How freaking crazy is that, right? I upgraded my phone and I couldn't use it anymore. Like, you know, those companies there, they are the true foxholes there for not like keeping up with the times. Anyway, we were talking and the wedding day, and we were talking about the wedding day, and she brought up me wearing a small jacket or cardigan to cover up the sensor. Yeah, okay. Not wanting to see it in the pictures. It surprised me because if I stand at a certain angle, you can't even see it. Since the wedding is during the summer and she wants it outside, I know it's going to be really hot and heat can really affect my blood sugar, which is very true, guys. You know, type 1 diabetic here. Being too hot, too cold can really fluctuate your sugars, because your body tries to burn up sugars to either cool down or heat up. So, you know, it's a big thing. So I didn't want to, but she's adamant that I wear one. So am I the foxhole for refusing to wear a sweater at my friend's wedding? Wow, seriously, Dal, you are not the foxhole on that one. That's crazy. You're a type 1 diabetic. You are being constantly monitored using your Dexcom G7, and it is literally that big, probably smaller now, that sits right here. So unless she's getting around looking like that, no one's going to see it at all. So no, you're not the foxhole, but you know what your friend is? Yeah, your friend is definitely the foxhole. Yeah, she definitely is. That is terrible. Why would you? No, hun, you are not the butthole on that one. That is crazy. Like, it is a medical condition. It is a medical device. Why is she so up in arms with that one? It honestly makes no sense. It's crazy. Honestly, it's just really, really disgusting. I'm baffled about that one. Okay. Here's a comment that looks interesting. If she's finding fault with you having to use life-saving medical equipment, she isn't much of a friend. Look, that is all you need there. She's worried about you wearing something like that, and it's to help maintain and monitor your blood sugars for a healthy life. And no, you are not. She's not a friend. She's a bitch. That's only thing I'd say about it. That's all there is to say about it. I'll be boycotting that wedding and be like, hey, look, medical device, this is for my health and safety. Don't like it? Well, I'll just stay out. Yeah, no, that is absolutely terrible. I would have nothing to do with that. Like, wow. Nah. Alright, yeah, I got a little bit farther. I did not expect me to have to straight up have, like, these are random choices. I did not expect at all for it to come up being something like that. Like, that's, wow. Too much there. Oh, more foxes, how cool is that? Ah, I love this one, yeah. Okay, right, next one. Because I disrespected my father-in-law in his own home, am I the butthole? Well, you disrespected him, so yeah. I would say yes. But in saying that, what else is there to it? Like, there has to be a reason that provoked you, what started and kicked it all up. So let's just read the story and find out what's going on there. My wife and I are currently living with her father temporarily. He is a very fastidious person, which I respect. He likes to devote every Saturday to cleaning. Oh, okay, so I didn't know what that word is. So, fastidious. Okay, so that's likes to clean or is fast, I don't know. I picked up my oldest child from X Friday night. He is 9. My father-in-law wanted him to participate in cleaning the whole house today. I said he didn't need to because he hadn't participated in creating any mess. That's a fair call. My father-in-law insisted anyone in the house needs to participate, but I said no, that is not needed to unpack and settle. No, that he is needed to unpack and settle in. Wow, tongue-tied, I'm so sorry. My father-in-law was very insistent. He said that under his roof he would insist upon his way of doing things. My wife said we need to respect my father and abide by his rules when we're in his house. I said no. I said he can kick me out if he wants, but I make the decisions for my son, and their answer is no. My father-in-law has been very furious all day and demanded an apology. I apologized, but I still didn't make my son participate in the cleaning. My wife is upset with me for upsetting her father. I just feel that I make decisions for my children, regardless of whose home I am in. Does that belief make me a butthole? No, I don't believe you're the butthole on that one. Like, if your son just rocked up that day and he's like, alright, everyone has to clean, what happens if he has any friends come over? Does he expect a friend who pops in just randomly go and he's like, alright, you're at my house, you need to start cleaning up? Like, going by what he said, that's what will happen. He definitely has a bit of a power trip and ego to him on that one. Look, you apologized. That's a big thing there. You apologized and you said, hey, look, this is my son. If I felt like he needed to clean up, I will make him clean up. I make the rules for him, not you. But I understand maybe some back and forth talking about what would have happened before this came to head would have been a better choice. So I said, you're not the foxhole. Could you have handled things a bit differently? Of course, like there's lots of different scenarios that could have played out, and everything could have been a hell of a lot differently in those scenarios. Let's see what other people had to say about this. The obvious answer to this dilemma: your father-in-law is providing a nice home so your 9-year-old son is safe in a clean environment. A 9-year-old is capable of understanding reciprocity, so give and get. Why do you think you should only have to clean when he makes a mess? Isn't it more appropriate to... Why do you think why isn't it more appropriate to explain that helping to clean is a gesture of appreciation for the kindness father-in-law has shown letting you and your son stay there? You are the butthole, and not just for disrespecting your father-in-law in his own house. You have also let your son down for not giving him the opportunity to learn that it's best to pay kindness with kindness. Okay, so that is completely different to how I was thinking about it all. Another one said, except his son has not created any of the mess, though not the same situation at all. There's a major difference between teaching a son to clean up after themselves versus expecting them to clean up after you. OB can give his son the opportunity next Saturday after his son has actually contributed to the mess. Yes, that exactly. If he has never stayed in the place, he's not up to having to clean up. But if he has stayed there, come back, definitely clean up. So no, I'm gonna stick with what I said. He's not the foxhole on that one. He's fine. Yet again, conversations, communication, do better. That's all you can really do. No updates. So I guess that's about it. All right, let's go on to the next one. Am I the foxhole? Dodged a kid about to run into me and she fell. What? So you dodged a kid from running into you, and because she couldn't fall into you, she fell. Okay, like, it's a bad situation for the girl, but it's not like it's your fault or you tripped her, right? I was at the local water park today and a kid of about 11 in bikini was running around. I'm S guy in mine. I'm a guy in mid-40s, if that matters. Okay, just a little bit of errors there. I was walking and she ran past me a few times, thinking nothing of it. Okay, well, kids do that at water parks. Suddenly, she seemed to be running straight into the path that would put her on a collision course with me. She spotted this too and put out her elbow out, still running. Okay, I dodged to the right. I guess she had planned to use me as a stopping bumper as she went forward as I dodged and crashed to the ground, cutting her elbow and crying. So she's like that, just trying to bounce off you instead of just stopping or veering away. And you're like, nope. That's unfortunate for the girl, but there's not much you can do about that one. I offered my hand to pull her up, and she screamed that it was my fault. I shook my head and walked on as a woman came over to check on her. My friend said I caused her to fall, but it's still not my direct fault. I say she shouldn't have planned to stop by running elbow first into me. Exactly. No, mate, you are not the foxhole on that one. You didn't want to get run into and elbowed by this 11-year-old child, so, you know, probably there on me if I was standing up, guys. And no, just who would want that? No, that's crazy. No. Definitely no. Why? You just no. Okay, I'll let you run into me and potentially elbow hurt me, whatever. And there's nothing saying she wouldn't bounce off you and fall down and hurt herself anyway. So it's just a weird thing. I don't understand that. Why not try to stop? Clearly she had enough thought to put her elbows up. He could dodge. They saw that was happening. She could have just slowed down or stopped or moved herself. Okay. I'm gonna go with a comment on this one. She shouldn't have been running in the first place. Standard rule at a water park: no running. There you go. Like, simple as. Another one. Long whistle. Walk. Oh god. Yeah, no, definitely not the foxhole one. That girl shouldn't have been running and deciding to use you as a bounce board. That is bloody crazy. Oh my god, just why would you even think that? Okay, am I the foxhole for not wanting to feed my toddler even every time I eat? Toddlers are always interested in your food. Look, I went through 2 kids. Like, I'm still going through with kids looking at me when I'm eating, alright? Like, I mean, you know, anyone have their dogs just stare at you when you're eating, wanting your food? Yeah, I cop that, and like I got one who's a 15-year-old and turning 6 tomorrow. How about that? Yeah, fun times. They still stare at you and like want your stuff, or they'll see your food off to the side and they'll be like, mine. Oh god. Anyway, I know the question may sound bad, but here is the context. I, female 20, have a 1-year-old female toddler. We live with my mum due to college, working, and her wanting to be primary childcare while I'm away. And she's honestly a godsend. But lately, we've been having a disagreement on my daughter's eating routine. Basically, whenever I want to eat or have a little snack, my mum believes I should give some of whatever I'm eating to the daughter or eat away from her eyesight. I never eat in front of my daughter without feeding her if she's hungry. One instance was the 3 of us were out and about and stopped at a chicken place. Baby was already fed and nearly asleep. I got chicken strips and began to eat when my mum said, "Aren't you going to give baby some?" I said no, she has already eaten. My mum then goes on a rant about how she taught me to have manners and share. I told her that baby doesn't need to eat every time I do if she's already eaten, and that she probably doesn't even know I'm eating anyway because she said she was asleep, obviously. Mum then goes and feeds baby some of her food. This is now starting a problem because now my daughter is starting to fuss if she sees you eating and you don't give her any, even when full. Okay, my mum insists it's because she's still hungry, but I don't know that isn't the case because if you ignore her long enough, she'll continue to play or whatever. Also, she's not crying, just making noise. I told my mum to stop feeding her if she isn't hungry, and she said that she refuses to eat around the baby if she can't give her some of it. It's rude and cruel. So Reddit, am I the foxhole for not feeding my daughter every time we eat? Okay, so not going into the point of teaching the toddler overindulgence, obviously can cause weight issues from overeating. And teaching her that she is entitled to everything as well. No, I definitely think the mum is wrong here. No, she's doing the right thing, and it doesn't say she doesn't refuse any of her food to her, just not all the time. She's like, I know my daughter's full. I don't need to give her food, so don't worry about it. No, you are not the foxhole on that one. Like, far from it. I think you're doing the right thing. You're the mum. This is your child. You know how she is. You gave birth to her. This is your things. Just because it's the grandmother doesn't mean she knows right. And, you know, it has actually been proven that a lot of stuff that the grandmas and older people know are completely different to how we're supposed to be doing things now. It is like changing every couple of years. Like from when I had my eldest to how I have my youngest now. The way I was taught to raise her to how I'm raising my son is completely different. There is like so much more difference between the two. So to be stuck in your ways or something like that, I think is absolutely garbage. Pick up a book, learn, check out things. There's always something extra to actually learn from this stuff. It's not just one way is the only way. We're ever evolving, learning new things. We were very, what's the way to say it? Once we get taught one thing, that's the only thing we think of, and that's a way we're not supposed to think. We're supposed to be always challenging and learning upon learning. Learning upon learning. Simple as that. Continue to learn and personal growth and grow with that. So, Mom, you are not the foxhole on that one by far. You know what you're doing, alright? And as you said, you're not denying your daughter any of your food. You're just not giving her everything every time and making her overindulge and overeat. So we got a comment here. Agreed. Also, a lot of foods for adults and other children aren't good for toddlers. Yes! That is so true. They're still developing all the bacteria and everything in their stomach to be able to have that food. It could be too harsh for the little stomachs. That is a huge thing as well. So yes, I agree. Give them too much, like too much of salty food, and you know what fast food's all about. There is so much salt in a lot of that stuff. Yeah, no, definitely. It's child abuse to feed a child too much, and also sometimes dangerous. Enough said with that one. That is dead on exactly it. So no, Mum, yet again, you are not the foxhole. But honestly, Grandma, you are going to go that way. I'm going to have to say you are the foxhole. A little bit, definitely there. Be better. Don't do that. All right, it's simple. You know, listen to your daughter. Things have changed from once you had her. All right, so step it up. All right, guys. All right. I think this is going to be the last one here because I'm trying to keep it nice and short and sweet because it's a lot of fun to do this, but I don't want to bore you at the same time. Hey, who knows? You know, I might put compilations together, putting back to back with the stuff I read, and that could be a little bit interesting. But you know, I'm only fresh on this stuff, so yeah, give it time, see how we go. Over on YouTube, I have a lot of interest in this, so that's always a nice feeling. And hopefully this one will go a bit better. Am I the foxhole for refusing the puppy birthday gift from my girlfriend? Alright, I'm gonna say you are the foxhole because your girlfriend got you a puppy. Come on, man. Like, alright, before my partner now, I had a girlfriend get me a puppy. His name is Kaiser. He is such a precious German Shepherd puppy. Such a good boy. He looks after every other dog that ever came into my house. He is a great protector and he loves my kids. He's always a good guard dog and he always makes you feel special. So I wouldn't imagine life without my little Kaiser around. Oh, and saying that, Conagen too. That's my partner's dog, a black lab. Oh, she's a spazzo lab. Anyway, getting into the story. So I want to start by saying I have a beautiful girlfriend who I've been living together with for the past 5 years. Yesterday was my birthday, and as a present, my girlfriend got me a puppy for some reason. Come on, man, that's like a big thing. Maybe she wants to raise the puppy with you, you know? Have that little bond thing. Like, who doesn't like puppies? Seriously. Like, everyone loves a puppy. I wasn't ready for that, and I panicked, and I think I might have reacted wrong in front of everyone. I was a little bit drunk too, and I couldn't process everything that was going on. I said no right away, and then she started asking me for reasons why not. That led into a discussion about her being lazy and not being too clean. And this was in front of everyone at my birthday dinner. Oh, wow. That went downhill pretty quickly there. Oh, wait. Anyway, everything got downhill from there. I should just hold my comments so I read the whole thing. I understand that I killed the party, but also I think I acted right. I was being forced into something that I'm not really up to or didn't need or care to invest any energy into. I love dogs and everything, but you can't just bring one into my life without any prior discussion. I do feel like a rooster, but hey, what would you have done? I would have went, oh, puppy, gimme. To be fair, I do that with babies as well too, so I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah, alright. Dude, alright, I'm gonna say you definitely are a bit of a foxhole there. You could have done things a hell of a lot better, man. In saying that, girlfriend, yes, definitely was a bit of a foxhole as well. It's not fair, right? Could have been handled. Could the situation be handled better? By everyone, hell yes. You didn't need to drag down your missus in front of everyone. Could have easily said, hey, can we discuss this later? And she could have fleshed out the idea about where you are with animals. Like, have you had any animals, birds, cats? God, did you have any plants? If you have none of this stuff, that might be an indication that, yeah, maybe that would be in the way that you shouldn't have had anything like that at all. But you love dogs, but you don't want a dog. I understand that one. Alright. as I said, I'm gonna say both are a-holes about it all, both foxholes, but honestly, it's hard. It's a hard situation. What can you do about it? There's really not much you can really do. I guess, as I said, communication, people. That's the biggest thing. And like, I want to know what the puppy was. Like, what was the puppy? Was there any updates? Okay. Not the butthole. Pets are not an acceptable gift without discussion and consent beforehand, right? That's very true. That is a big thing. But even that, it should be we go to the pound breeder to pick your pet, not here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, should have been definitely, hey, I want to get you a dog. Let's go get a dog for your birthday. That is a better choice. Yeah, consent, definitely. It looks like, yeah. Alright. Look, turning down the puppy, I agree, you're not that foxhole for that one, but you could have handled the situation a lot better. She should have consented on the idea. She didn't think. Yeah. Yeah, and I was saying, look, you insulted your girlfriend in front of everyone. That's what it was. You're the butthole for that. No, look, everyone's saying that, and I agree. Definitely. Both foxholes. Alright, simple. Clean. That's what it is, guys. That's all it will be. But honestly, I want to see what the puppy was. Like, alright, anyone watching this, come on, put some comments down. Let me know what type of puppy you think it might have been, alright? Or if you know any extra information about this one, I think I might tag this one just so I can see if it actually labels what the puppy would have been, because that would have been really cool to hear. But no, if you got this far, comment what type of puppy you think this would have been. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'm going to go with... I don't even know whether... From English? English or something? No. Say, posted by Nay 2021 Dublin. Okay, so I'm going to say he might be a British guy. That's alright, I'm a colonial. I'm Australian, mate. So, you know, we're distant cousins. Well, you kicked us out, yeah? British. Oh. What would be... You reckon British Bulldog? Yeah, look, I'm going to say British Bulldog just because... Honestly, I'd love to have... You know, the standard, the smooshed up ugly faces, and they're not ugly. They're cute. I think they are awesome. But yeah. Alright guys, you tell me what you think about that stuff. I'm going to leave it up there. This was actually a bit of fun. I like doing this random reading. I like literally have it where I just randomly select a whole bunch and just read for a little bit and see how things go with that. And it works. It's fun. I feel more refreshed. I don't feel so pressured. It's a bit of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy watching and hearing it too, and listening to my voice and any things I put out there. And hey, if you're going to like me to read, please don't be afraid to give me a message or write down anything you want me to cover. Or if there's other sections. Actually, I had someone from Twitch, another 90s girl, saying about I should try getting in and doing the gay and lesbian or LGBTQ communities, and have a little look at those ones because they can be a little bit fun. She even offered to be my guide and informationist for any terms that I don't understand. And I thought that's a pretty cool idea, nice little collab fun time thing. So I think that'll be a one I'll be interested in doing at a later time. But anyway guys, I am going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're following me over on Twitch. If not, and you're watching this over on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hey, shoot me that comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. I really think it's awesome to hear what you think. And I want to hear that question about the puppies. Let me know what you guys think. But until then guys, I really do appreciate it, and I'll have to catch you all during the next stream. So until then, later days guys.